Hey guys, welcome to Alexa's Ranch. Today I'm taking you on a culinary trip to Italy. I'm going to show you how I make my spaghetti bolognese, which originated in the city of Bologna, which I'm sure you know. They call it a ragu alla bolognese. And I'm not doing the traditional version, which has milk in there, and pancetta, which is sort of our version of bacon. It's just not smoked. So I'm leaving that out, but I am using celery and carrots and a few other things. So let's get started. Come with me. So I'm starting my meat in a skillet with a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper. Make sure when you use olive oil not to heat it up too high, because at some point it will start losing its beneficial components. So always keep it on maybe medium to high, but not like high. That is not good. So let's go now and cut our carrots and our celery and the onion. So I like to break down my meat with a fork. You want it to be nice and crumbly. And now we are going to, let me adjust the camera here so you can see. Grab another skillet. And we're going to add some butter. Turn this on. And here we're going to saute the celery now and the carrots. I'm going to add this much butter, about a quarter of a stick, I think. We're going to add some salt and pepper as well. And the reason I'm doing this in a separate skillet here is because I don't want to overcrowd my meat skillet. I want to make sure that the meat gets all nice and brown, and the carrots and the celery have enough room here to get a nice butter glaze. So let's cut up our onion now. So when the butter is all melted, you want to twist and turn it a little bit so the salt and the pepper is nicely distributed equally in the pan. Let me get the celery and the carrots so we can put those in there. Okay, we're going to add some sugar in here now. Every time you cook with tomatoes, you want to add some sugar because it will break down the acidity of the tomatoes and bring out more sweetness. So remember that. Okay, so now let's cut up the onion. Okay, so when the meat looks like this, you see how all the liquid is gone? And it's cooked through, but it's not brown yet. Now I want to add my onion. And I'm just using half an onion, but of course you can use, you know, a whole one, or if you're an onion fan. Okay. And see how the celery and the carrots are just so happy in their butter. Let me adjust the camera a bit. Here. They're just on low heat pretty much, so they can just saute very slowly. And now I'm going to make a little hole in the middle, make some room here. And I've moved my celery and my carrot skillet over, so I don't want them to brown, so I just moved them off the heat. And we are going to add some tomato paste. a good spoonful full, and some more sugar. Turn down the heat just a little bit. And we want the tomato paste and the sugar to caramelize. So we're going to move it around a little bit in our pan here. And I'm going to grab some wine out of the fridge to deglaze everything, so I'll be right back. Now, if you don't want to use wine or you don't have wine at home, you know, you can use water. But you don't have to be worried about the alcohol because it will cook away. You can smell it. It smells so good. Like tomato and the onions. And the sugar caramelizing. Okay, so now I'm going to add a little bit of red wine. And I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit, and I'm going to add some tomato sauce. And some diced tomatoes. And this is going to cook now for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So I've also added a can of tomatoes and the celery and the carrots and about a teaspoon of Italian herbs. And now I'm just going to let this simmer for about maybe 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'm going to start my, my pasta water. So see how nicely our sauce is simmered down? This is what you want. And so I've started the pasta water, and when it comes to a full boil, you want to make sure you add some salt. This is your one and only time where you can salt the pasta. And I always cook a whole box when I cook pasta, because even if I don't eat it that day, I can always, getting a little feisty here at my sauce. Even when you don't eat the full box that day, you can always freeze it when it's cold. So when the pasta is cooked about halfway through, I like to add, turn my sauce down here a bit. I like to add a little bit of the pasta water into my sauce. And it will help thicken it up and enhance the flavor even more. So maybe like half a cup. Okay, so here we go, but we are not quite done yet. Hold on. You have to have some Parmesan cheese, right? So you learn not only to make my Bolognese today, but you also learn not to wear a white shirt because the pasta jumped up at me. And I like to buy the fresh Parmesan cheese. Okay, there you go. And then we'll have some basil on the top. And there you go. Well, I hope you had fun today. I had so much fun being here in the kitchen with you. If you have any questions about this, you can also write to me in the comments, or are insecure about how to do something here. And I will put the menu in the description so you can read everything or just watch the video again. Okay? I will see you soon. Bye. Bye-bye.